Hey neighbor, I'm Greg with Hoss, and today we're talking sweet corn. I've been growing sweet corn for over 30 years. It is one of my favorite things to grow. Not the easiest, but one of my favorite things to grow. Today I'm gonna give you 5 of my tips on how you can grow it successfully too. Number 1 is timing. Planting the corn at the right time is really important for the home gardener, not so much for the commercial farmer. They have tools at their disposal that they can manipulate that, but us home gardeners, we're just limited to what we have here. And we want to plant our corn after the danger of frost. Now here, I'm in 9A, and I like to plant my corn in March. Get it up and growing and get ahead of that corn earworm. Corn earworm is the major pest I have on corn. It's the worm that gets into the tip of that corn there and eats down on it and can go all the way through it and cause significant damage. If I plant my corn early, I don't have as much damage or as much pressure off that corn earworm. So planting it early is a big thing to control that worm. Now, you can grow a fall crop, and I do it occasionally, but you just have to understand it's a little different circumstances because you're going to have to treat that corn to control those corn earworms at that point because our populations are built up some more and we're just going to have more pressure. All right, the next one, folks, is irrigation. And if you've been following me for very long, you know I love drip irrigation. Corn likes water. We don't need to stress our corn any. And corn being tall like it is right here, it's hard to do this with overhead irrigation. And when we start making corn, putting these silks on, it's real important that we don't stress the corn and give it all the water it needs. So if it turns off dry on you, it's going to be hard to water that corn with a sprinkler in here. That's the reason I love drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is easy. We put it underneath there, and it's a great insurance policy that just assures we're going to make a great crop of corn. We just have to go out there and turn that valve on and we water our corn. We're not watering the leaf, causing any disease issues. We're using a lot less water. Plus, if we want to, we can inject our fertilizers through our drip tape. Number 3 is fertility. Now this is the biggest one I see people make a mistake growing corn. They don't feed it a lot. Corn is a heavy feeder. And I'm going to lay out an example today of what good fertility looks like on a small corn plot. Normally, commercial farmers will put around 200 units of nitrogen per acre. We're going to break that down for a home gardener perspective here and run through this right here. So if we planted a 30 by 35 plot of corn, that is roughly 1,000 square feet. Now what we would want for 1,000 square feet is about 5 units of nitrogen throughout the life cycle of that corn. This is just a great example of how you could do that. So if you used 25 pounds of 10-10-10 and 20 pounds of something like calcium nitrate, that would be enough fertilizer to make this crop of corn off this 30 by 35,000 square foot plot. Now I wouldn't want to apply that all at one time. I would bust that up in either 3 or 4 applications to kind of spoon feed it a little at a time here. Actually, I do a pre-plant there. But that just gives you an example of how much fertility it takes to make good sweet corn. Number 4 is pollination. Corn is pollinated by the wind. The wind has to blow in here and pollinate this corn right here where the pollen goes down on the silks right there. Insects do not pollinate corn. So we want to plant our corn in blocks and not in 1 or 2 long rows. I'm not a huge proponent of people planting sweet corn in raised beds. I know some people have been successful with it, but I probably think it's pushing the limits a little bit. I like to grow my corn in a plots of at least a 30 by 35. Give it a kind of a square so we'll get good pollination. If you don't get good pollination, your corn's not going to fill out well. So that's one of the main things is when you figure out where you want to plant your corn, make sure you do it in a block, at least 6 or 7 or 8 rows there to make sure you get good pollination. Number 5 is harvesting, and that's really important on sweet corn because when sweet corn gets ready, it's ready and you got to get it. So be careful planting your vacation around the time when you think your sweet corn is going to be ready for harvesting. What I like to look for is a good brown silk. Now this one to me maybe likes just a little bit. I'd like for it to be just a little bit browner than that. But as you look through here, my silks on this corner here, I think this sweet corn here is probably about a week off. Now it's getting close, but what we want is that brown right there all the way through to that right there. So it's brown all the way up that. We still got a little bit of green there. Ideally, I don't like that. Hey, but I'm gonna shuck this today to show you just about where this corn is at. It's close. Now this is Honey Select, which is a really sweet yellow corn. And you can tell there, it's not quite ready. See that top there is not quite filled out enough. Now it's filled out plenty on the bottom there, but it could probably stand another few days. I think ideally, like I said, another week right here, and we'll be filled out all the way to the end. You see how we got good pollination there, and we got good tip fill all the way to the end? That's because we had good pollination, and we gave this corn all the water and fertility it needed to make a good ear. That's sweet. I love sweet corn. I could eat it straight raw out of the field out here. But what's better than that is when you put it in that boiler, cook it a little bit, bring it up, put some of that good butter on there, lather it down. Whoa, I can just about make myself sick off of it. Now for a starter gardener, corn might not be the right thing to do, okay? Because it is a little bit tricky. Follow these rules right here. It gives you a good head start on how to grow sweet corn. Once you get the hang of it, you'll grow sweet corn for the rest of your life.